Across Delhi, Assam, West Bengal, and Bihar, thousands of students have taken to the streets in organized waves of protest. The immediate trigger for this anger is a heavily compromised educational testing system, marred by widespread exam paper leaks that have invalidated the hard work of millions. But what started as a domestic administrative dispute has quickly caught the attention of high-profile international activists like Greta Thunberg, elevating a localized crisis into a global talking point. In response, the Indian government has initiated mass student arrests, scrambling to contain the fallout on the ground while attempting to manage the narrative spilling across its borders. This has created intense friction with the foreign press. State officials are actively pushing back against outlets like Al Jazeera, publicly fact-checking their reports to assert control over the escalating situation. The exam scandals are the catalyst, but the scale of the reaction points to a far more volatile source of frustration than classroom policy. The real pressure threatening to destabilize the government is the terrifying economic abyss waiting for these students the moment they graduate. For decades, the economic promise to modern Indian youth has been straightforward. Secure a college degree, and you guarantee yourself a stable, middle-class livelihood. This chart shows the current breakdown of youth unemployment in the country, and it shatters that promise entirely. Right now, 2 out of every 3 jobless young people in India actually hold a college degree. The first structural failure driving this is the domestic startup boom. Economists predicted it would generate a massive wave of opportunities, but it has largely failed to absorb this educated workforce. At the same time, general corporate expansion and foreign investment have simply not kept pace with the millions of new graduates entering the market. And the jobs that do exist often offer wages too low to live on. The economic contract of the middle class has broken down. We are now looking at a massive, highly educated demographic left completely stranded. Add to this economic stagnation a powerful psychological accelerant: a universally connected youth equipped with smartphones and constant internet access. As these unemployed graduates scroll through their feeds, they consume a daily showcase of India's ultra-rich and their seemingly untouchable lifestyles. The extreme wealth gap is broadcast in high definition, most clearly visible in the multi-million-dollar high-society weddings dominating social networks. This digital window forces a direct, inescapable comparison. It takes a graduate's personal sense of failure and sharpens it into a hyper-aware resentment of systemic injustice. Social media acts as an emotional amplifier, taking quiet economic depression and converting it into loud, organized, and highly volatile public rage. When international intelligence and economic analysts look at these conditions, they point to the year 2026 as a global peak for mass civil unrest. This risk map shows India ranked 9th globally for impending unrest. Layering data reveals the primary driver: a steep demographic curve of youth reaching working age. Below, a flatlining graph shows job creation failing to intercept this surge, creating a severe gap. Because India operates with a relatively free media ecosystem and a democratic structure, this growing friction can rapidly organize and mobilize in the streets without being instantly suppressed by the state. This demographic pressure is now translating into direct political risk, testing the stability of the Prime Minister's administration. Unless the state can rapidly accelerate job creation, India's greatest potential asset, its educated youth, risks becoming its most significant source of domestic instability.